What's up, everybody? Sorry we got cut off. I get phone calls constantly. Let's go back to the snakes. All right, Chong. So we got four critters. Look at this guy. There's shakes inchworming along. There's a Southern Pacific rattlesnake girl, and here, which one is you? Okay, so here we have the Yucatan rattlesnake, my sweet baby, and here is a South American rattlesnake. This one coming to my pants, huh? So you can see, not only are they cool with me, they're cool with each other. I wonder where Shakes thinks he's going. You see, they all sort of look for a place to hide. That's what they do. Snakes, I really wish I could help people generally understand these guys better, because they just mean you no harm whatsoever. Look at this guy. All right, so let's just go over something while we're here. If you're going to hold them, all right, and imagine that we're not on the ground. Imagine we're on a hook, all right? On the ground, you got to be careful. But let's take a look at the coil. So this one is away from the head. You can grab from there, not from there. You can grab from here, right? Here I wouldn't do it, but here you'd be okay. You can't reach, you see? And from the back, you really shouldn't lift them from the ground, but I just want to show you these loops. So if you're lifting up the snake, I'm sorry, I can't do this well. I need a tripod. You see, that loop wouldn't be so good, right? If you're holding from the hook in the back and your hand in the front, with the intent of going to freehold it. Look at Shakes is climbing a wall. Can you see him? Look at him. Where does he think he's going? He's doing the cobra. So you see, these loops are all key. When you watch me pick up a snake, you'll notice I'm watching loops. This is a good loop. This is not, right? But you could put your... This is going to be hard to do. Now he's going to move. All right. It's just hard to hold. Let me put him down. If you watch the head, right, and the loop, if the head is aligned with the loop, that's no good. This is sort of okay, all right? Boop. Imagine that you're holding them. The idea being that you want to hold the front and have the hook in the back. You could also switch that around, but you want to do it safely. So how do you get to safe free handling? Well, you look at these little coils. All right, this is okay. All right, this is okay. Not because it's farther back, because it's away from the head. This is okay. This is not. Although you can get away with it. I would wait. Okay, this is okay though. See, this is okay. Even if something were to happen, even if he were to go nuts, don't pick him up when I'm on the ground. I'm doing it just for you guys. He wouldn't be able to reach. Or if it was like a puffy or a gaboon, I'll take them out after. Even like the mambas and boom slings, it's still because, yeah, they would go maybe a bit more, let's say go faster, but you would have bought yourself enough time to be safe. And that's what we're trying to get across. Let's look at the next guy here. All right, so this is Yucatan rattlesnake. He's a South American rattlesnake. All right, so notice they're not attacking me. They don't do that. He is headed to the windows. Hey, Leslie, how are you? Yeah, so, by the way, these guys need names. The reason they're looking around is they're looking for their names. They don't know their names yet. Help me. So, again, let's just look. If the coil isn't good, like this is no good, you can go to the other side. They're not going to bite through themselves, right? So, like, you can... What are you doing to me, buddy? You can be okay here. You could even pick him up from here, right? He didn't like that, but he couldn't reach me. He wasn't biting, I know, but he couldn't reach me. So, you want to do it slower than I'm doing. I'm just trying to do it with everybody here. So you see the coils away? That's no good. This is okay. You can even make the coils happen yourself, which is a good idea. The point being, they can't reach you. And that would be how you'd lift them from the ground, though I don't recommend that one bit. When they're on the ground, everything, unless you're talking about bugs, is above them. So, just look at these coils. See? This is not okay. Of course, farther back is always going to be preferable, but not when you're holding them. Here, I gave you a name for one yesterday, one of you showed. Yeah, thanks, that was cool. Here, right? Even if you were to lift them up, here's not bad. You'd look for a spot that it can't reach, like here. And then you go backwards. And see, there's really nothing they can do. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, thanks, Leslie. I appreciate that. Let's just see what Shakes is doing. All right. And yes, I have a hook. So I even use it sometimes. Well, maybe we should name this one Leslie. Maybe Leslie Morgan. What do you think? This is a South Pacific rattlesnake. She's new to me, but the moment I saw her, I said, "Yo, this is a snake I can work with." See, she's just chilling, trying to take in some sun, even though she picked a pretty bad spot. She's trying to go for that. This is just where she can hide well. So she's only been here a little bit, but she comes out every day, and you can see she's very nice. This is the kind of snake you could work with. So let's look at the loops. All right. So, how am I doing this stuff? You look at the loops. There's a million little things. But here, I wouldn't go for that loop. Because sometimes she does get a little antsy when I pick her up. This is a good loop, not just because it's farther away, but the first contact, it matters. You want to be gentle because she can't reach. And then, oh, I'm so sorry, buddy. Hang on, let me get to that. I'm sorry, sweetie. I got her. Oh, there you go. I had her under the tote thing. So you can see that would be fine. And once you're fine, isn't that everything? Once they're calm and everything, then they're fine. And you see, even, it's funny, once you let them go and they're going away, that's when this changes. And just by the way, notice someone's not here. 1, 2, 3, Angel. Oh, Angel. Where are you? That's one thing, it's good to have escape-proof floors, so he can't be anywhere too bad. But where is he? There he is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, he was right here. So, my job is not to step on them. And if I got bits stepping on them, I had it covered. So you see, it's a good example. See how she'll become Miss Buzzbutt when she's on the ground, but not when you're holding them? Look at Shakes. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing? Going out for a spin? Take out the Chevy? What's up, little brother? I love this guy like you can't imagine, but he's going to fall. Is that the one from the car? Yes. That's this girl. Yeah, very good. That's the one. You have a good eye for snakes. That's the one that was so interested in how I was, look at this guy, and how I was driving. I wanted to be a little bit of a backseat driver in the front seat. So check out Shakes. He's going to fall, I have no doubt. This isn't really a rattlesnake's thing. They're not really climbing. They can inchworm, but I'm not sure what you're doing, buddy. What are you doing, buddy? I'm here for you. This is like Everest to him. And I'm his whatchamacallit thing to protect you. Don't fall. All right. He's a little bit like me, huh? Risk taker. You could tell she's going to be a nice handling snake. Absolutely. She's a sweetheart. She still trips here and there. She freaks out a little bit, but it's all new to her. And look, this place is new to me. I'm sure that they get that vibe. They sense everything. Like I always say, they're just reflections of what you feel. Well, they're much more than that, but to us, they're therapy. They teach you how you're really feeling. So if you hold a snake and it's getting aggressive to you, it's you feeling anxiety, and the snake reflects it right back. They know what you're feeling more than you know. It's good. If you could hold a snake, if it scares you, and you could hold it, and you could be calm, and now you're not scared, why can't you do that without a snake? You know what I'm saying? Just as a human being, it's a good thing. What are you doing? Look at this guy. Look at this. It's like a spider snake. Oh, joy, buddy. You make me nervous, though. It's like having a child. Isn't it amazing how they work their ways into your heart so deeply, And people say they can't love you. Well, it's funny. Of course, Tom Crutchfield and I, this is like we're the only ones that say they can love you. And I don't compare myself to Tom or Mr. Crutchfield, of course. He's a legend. I'm nobody. But it's true. Everyone listens to Tom, except on that one subject. Whenever he says, Mimi, remember his mang when he says, she loves me? He used to tell me that. Well, you know what? She did. But no one believes him. They still don't believe him. He says it all the time. They say snakes don't have that part of the brain for motion. Guess what they do? Look it up. You'll see people say that. But then they've started recently to sort of break this down more, and they see that, no, they don't have the same exact setup that we have, but they have different parts in different places that together do give them the capacity for emotions. I don't care what anyone says. I felt it with them. And in my case, especially the boom slangs, but that's probably just me. Maybe it's a misperception. Maybe I'm wrong. but I don't feel that. I feel like they can feel something back for you. Maybe it's just a bad intuition on my part. If so, I'm not hurting anybody, and I love them either way. I don't need them to love me back. I just feel that they do. So, to each his own. What a good boy he is, huh? I'm impressed. I'm impressed by how you're climbing. They don't have prehensile tails or anything, rattlesnakes. He's just agile. See, I've always been proud of you, buddy. He was broom eating. Buddy. It just makes me nervous. I shouldn't be nervous. I'm just a nervous father. So he's been broom eating for a while, but they come out here and there. It's not like hibernating. They're sleeping, but they still get up once in a while. What's interesting is that you have a snake shed. Well, let's put it this way. They eat. With them, maybe 2 months will pass. They shed slower than pythons and whatnot, non-venomous. And so, they shed because, well, they grow and they eat, but their skin doesn't, so they shed. But isn't it interesting how when they're broom eating and not eating, they still shed, right? Like, what's up with that? How are they still growing? Well, that's from food stores. They have food stored throughout their body. They have, food stored throughout their body, so even when they're broom eating, they are still growing. It's interesting. You see a snake shed, or it comes out just to shed. It's a much slower process, and sometimes they don't do it, but they do and they can. And I find that fascinating. In fact, I find everything about them fascinating. I could just stare at them all day. I just wanted to do this. I'm going to the snake show in South Carolina in just a little bit. I just wanted to check in, say hi, have my little boys and girls say hi. 1, 2, 3, and way over there, 4. All right, so I think Chase is going to be okay. I know you wiggle your tush. You've seen this lady, right? I'll be posting some videos also later today from this show. I'll go live. And I have a really cool new snake coming in. I hope you guys enjoy. It's going to be something different. I have other snakes next door that I don't always show people, but I think you know what's there. And so it's one of those that I'm going to keep here. But I'm not telling you what. It's a surprise. Okay. And here is my little Yucatan rattlesnake, who was just a sweetie. With him, I was using him to show you about the coil before. You want to pick him up safely. He just doesn't bite. I can pick him any way I want, but this would be the coil facing the farthest. This isn't so great, right? His head is lined up. It's good that it's far back, but why take that one when he can go from the other side and he wouldn't be able to reach as much, right? Like if he were to go from here and move a little bit, then scoop, he just can't reach. Then when they're in the air, they're just always less of a threat. Now, I hope he's not trying to flirt with her, because they could have babies. And this is not the time. Well, actually, it is the time after they roommate. But I don't want to create hybrids. You'll be nice to the young lady and to me. I'm like your chaperone here. And this ain't the prom. Although she would be the queen. You want a girlfriend? You want a girl? I'll get you a girlfriend. And I had to get paperwork for this guy. What a pain in the ass that was. For the other ones, no. You were a little bit of a pain in the tuchus, you know that? But you can't flirt yet. No girlfriend for you yet. We'll talk about it, though. Plus, you're too young, I think. Chase is only 1 and a little bit. He's not, of breeding age, at least not to me. What do you want to do with her? Let's just see what happens here. Are you a womanizer? Are you hitting on her? She doesn't seem to really mind. Stud. That's my boy. I'm so proud of you, actually. Just be nice. What's wrong with interracial dating, right? It's good. It's good. Diversity is good. But I don't want babies, and she's too young, of course. You look at her tail. There are smaller species of soapbacks. Look at her tail, well, you can't see, and you count. And people who say that you could tell a snake's age by its rattle, that's a myth. People say that you can't, well, that's a myth too. The truth is, you can tell. First, you have to be able to tell if it was ever broken. And if you can do that, if you can tell if it was broken, you figure they shed every 2 or 3 months. So there's 5 rattles, so you multiply that 5 times 3, and you have 15 months, so that's a year and 3 months, and that's an approximate age. And it's not that bad of a guesstimate. So then look at the size, and yeah, you can figure it out. I don't know why people are so afraid to. So they're both right, and they're both wrong. Now, the other guy, the other guy, I don't want to step on anybody, you're okay. Over here, the South American, what I love about him is he's wonderful, but what I love about his coloration are these sort of white, it's okay, little buddy, these sort of white dots that go around the diamonds. In a sense, they're all like diamondbacks. They do have the diamonds, but if I take out the Guarico rattlesnake, you'll see it's a whole different thing. Or the corn rattlesnake, he's a whole different thing too. But they have so many commonalities. The thing with the Guarico is it has neurotoxic venom and the rest have hemotoxic. That is just so cool. Like, how does that happen? You have a Yucatan rattlesnake, like him over there, who lives a few miles from Uruguay. One has neurotoxic venom, one has hemotoxic venom. You tell me, go figure, right? So, anyway, by the way, I have these different levels now. So if you want to learn how to handle snakes, you can sign up for memberships. It's really like, I don't know, what it's like $3 a month. And I'll give you free handling lessons if that's something you're interested in. If you're not interested in it, you should watch it anyway, because it's cool and you learn. It's just fun. So sign up for it if you feel like it. And there's going to be, not to be a greedy pig, but there's going to be merchandise coming in that's dope. You'll see, you'll love it. Merchandise that it has pictures of snakes, but it also has people who are from my chat group's pictures in it. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll put everyone's name on it. There's 40,000 names. So we're going to break it down into a bunch of different shirts. It'll be cool. And I should do it for you guys too, huh? Get your names on the shirt. That's all you'll have. Say this snake on the front, and then your name with a few other names on the back. It's going to be dope. I think I'm going to go to the show now. So I got to drive to South Carolina. I'm in Roxborough, North Carolina. So I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Enjoy every moment of it. Look at this. Shakes is passing. He's passing up the girl. He's passing by. Look at this. I'm surprised. Or maybe it's a snuggle. I don't know. In any case, I got to hit the road. So thank you all once again for coming. Appreciate you. They appreciate you. It's always fun sharing these experiences. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Take care now, guys.